What is up, YouTube? So today we are bringing you patch notes. It's supposed to be another meta-changing patch, which is kind of crazy coming off of the back of the last patch. We'll see what actually happens because we're just going to read through these patch notes. It's going to be a little bit different than usual, where usually I'll watch the actual patch notes video, kind of react and talk about the things as it's happening. Well, now we're just going to go through the written up version. We'll check out the skins, check out all the changes, talk about it a little bit, and see where we think things are going to end up. We're just going to jump right into it. This is called Valkyrie Reloaded. So it looks like they're just remodeling Freya. Not going to go through these skins because they aren't too drastic. They made her have more of a normal face, I guess, and they tweaked it ever so slightly. You guys can check these out if you want, but they're really nothing special. Now for these skins, I'd much rather look at these skins. First is going to be Land Shark Sobek. We're going to go ahead and jump to that. This skin looks awesome. It's Sobek, and it's a freaking shark. Like, what? The skin looks really good. It's just a skin card, obviously, but they showed us the skin earlier. Looks really, really good. Next up, we have Challenger Nua. Let's go ahead and check this one out. We get it. There we go. So we got Challenger Nua. Looks like it's just like almost like a beach babe Nua. Nothing too crazy. Ace Nua, same skin, different color. We've got Redbeard Vulcan. Let's go ahead and see if we can find that. Here's Redbeard Vulcan. Once again, these are skin cards. We don't know what they're going to... Well, I haven't seen them in-game. I'm sure they were shown in the video. You can probably find that really easily. Skin looks like it might be okay. Nothing special. We have an Artemis skin. Once again, seems okay. Doesn't seem like something special to me. Then we have an Odin skin. Skin card looks pretty standard. Probably another recolor type thing. I don't know. These skins don't look anything special at all to me. We have Fafnir's gold and legendary and diamond skins are coming out. Awesome. Nothing special. We've got some achievements for Wheelix and the New God and Freya. Once again, nothing special. Now we have the new content being added. They're talking about adding in the Land Shark skin, the Nuwa skins, a new pedestal apparently is coming in, and these are all going to be part of the Summer of Smite. If you don't know what that is, you go and you buy the stuff with your gems, and they're all, once you unlock 2, you get something special. Once you unlock 3 or 4, you get something else. Just kind of like all the events that Hyra's ever does. Some small miscellaneous changes that have no meaning. And now we get into the changes that mean something. So Ancile is getting changed to from 2,200 gold down to 2,000 gold. Is that going to make Ancile picked up all the time? Probably not. Maybe it'll be looked to as potential. The item's not bad. It's just different. So we'll see where that ends up. I don't think that's going to be game breaking. I don't think that's meta changing at all. Glowing Emerald. We are reducing the cost of items in the Glowing Emerald tree to make them more attractive. So 600 gold for Glowing Emerald. I think that's rank 1 of like Emerald Talisman and stuff. This also means that all items in the Glowing Emerald tree will cost 100 less gold. So they're reducing everything in that tree by 100 gold. Probably, once again, not going to be meta changing. Remove the HP 5 from this item. Vanguard no longer regens health. Still has a lot of defense, but no longer regens health. I don't think Vanguard was broken. I think it was very annoying for Guardians running it against Warriors. Aside from that, I mean, obviously this is going to make it a little bit worse. Sorry, I said that wrong. It's going to make Vanguard a little worse. Will it get picked up? Probably. Is it game breaking? Probably not. Potion of Magical Might and Physical Might temporarily removed from the game as we redesign the item for 3.14. So obviously that's going to have the biggest impact for mids and junglers right now. Almost every mid and every jungler right now is getting pots. Purple pots, red pots, whatever. This is going to slow the pace of the game down early. It's going to be harder to kill early. It's going to be harder to clear early. It's going to change the entire pace of the meta from level 1. Done. Period. Scylla will no longer auto clear. She'll still have fine clear, but she won't auto clear at level 1. Raijin probably won't auto clear at level 1. Who else? Isis will still have really good clear. Trying to think. Isis probably actually won't clear at level 1 either. Zeus probably won't clear at level 1. That's going to change a lot for clearing and pushing out of the mid lane as a mid jungler and fighting for mid camps. You're probably going to see a lot more splitting, a little bit less fighting, and a lot less kills early in. That's for sure. Rune Forage. Decrease the cost from 2,650 gold to 2,400 gold. Increase power from 30 to 40. So Runeforge, they recently changed it so if a target is slowed, they take 10% more damage, I think, from everything and everybody. Now, the stats on it are still pretty meh. It's power and HP, I believe. So now it costs a little bit less. It gives you health. Costs a little bit less. It still gives you health and it gives you a little bit more power. You're still going to only get that same passive. Will Runeforge get picked up? I'm still guessing not. Remove 0.5% lifesteal bonus per stack. Decreased healing when stacks are consumed from 1.5% to 1% per stack. Wow. Wow. They nerf Soul Eater into the ground. Wow. Okay, well, Soul Eater is not going to be a part of ADC's builds anymore. And now everyone who's been asking me on Mercury or on this person, should I build Soul Eater out of the jungle? No. Build Aussie. Aussie is so freaking good. The passive is so good for boxing. Go back to, don't even, like, Assassin's never left Aussie, but now you just got to stop asking it. Soul Eater's dead. Let it die. Build Aussie and whatever else is good in the ADC role. Watcher's Gift. They added 5 HP, 5 to Watcher's Gift. Decrease heal from each passive trigger from 10 to 7. Increase mana heal. Mana heal from each passive trigger. So you get 7 more mana. It's 7 health, 7 mana now instead of 10 and 5. And then they added HP 5. Watchers is still the same item pretty much. God Changes. Aphrodite. Center of Attention. New passive meter. That's cool. Refract. Oh, did they nerf Cabrakan? Decrease damage on Cabrakan. Still fine early game. As you can see, it's overall only a 20 damage nerf. Decrease protections by 2. This is a good nerf. Cabrakan was annoying, but I don't think he was broken. That's kind of weird. Change the number of hits to destroy walls from 2 all the way to 6 to 3. Okay, well, in my mind, I don't like playing Cabrakan. People were using him, and it really wasn't too hard to play, but it wasn't the best. Like, he wasn't broken. He was just pretty good. Now he's doing less damage, he has less defense, and his walls are easy to get out of. You're going to see less of him for sure, 100%. 110%. Erlang Shen, they added emotes for him. No nerfs. Kind of interesting. No buffs either. Kind of weird to see nothing happen to him. They fixed an issue with Fafnir's. Okay, that's fine. Decrease the number of hits to max stacks from 30 to 20. Okay, so Guan Yu had a major adjustment last patch, and after watching his performance, we want to make sure he is still healing for an impactful amount. So that is true. In game, it seemed like he was healing for nothing. He was capping out at 170. Granted, it's only a little bit higher, but you can get the passive stacks up, which is good. Decrease the number of hits to max stacks from 30 to 20. So I feel like that was what it was before. I feel like they kind of, I could be wrong. I think I probably am a little wrong, but it seems like they reverted him a little bit to what he was before the last patch. So Guan's going to get a little bit better with that. It's going to be more of a buff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mercury's getting changes. Maximum velocity. Change duration to 5 seconds at all ranked. Average. Special delivery. That's your 3. That's your toss. Increase physical power scaling per tick to 20%. Increase physical power scaling for minions so we can clear minions. Decrease mana cost to... Hold on, no. Mercury is a character who excels in situations where he can get in and box his opponents or isolate them in a 1v1-on-1 scenarios. By increasing maximum velocity duration in his early ranks as well as making special delivery pack more of a punch in late game scenarios, Mercury will be better equipped in those favorable... What? You don't get to 1v1 in this game. Smite, there are very, very few 1v1s in Smite. So these changes to Mercury are completely this whole change is irrelevant. Whoever thought of this has no clue what is good and bad and what Mercury's problem is. This was the last thing that should have been touched. They shouldn't have gone anywhere near the 3. The 3 does not need to get tweaked or touched or looked at or smelled or sniffed or anything. This change is so minimal because that's assuming you get into a fight and you can sit in there. The problem with Mercury is he doesn't have the poke to be impactful from outside of the fight right now without Golden Bow. So he can't get into the fight because he dies instantly. There's no good build that makes Mercury do damage and be super tanky. That doesn't happen. And his mobility within a team fight is limited because he has his ult, which is usually used to get in, and it's really hard to use to get out because it takes so long to charge up to a decent distance. And then your 3 can get caught on anybody. It gets caught on the other team so easily. You don't even have to actually hit them. If you just slightly clip them, you get stuck. So you don't have the mobility within a team fight to go straight in. So Mercury's goal is to poke and then go in once he has a favorable situation, not a one-on-one. Like, you don't get one-on-ones. These scenarios do not happen unless people are just really, really bad. I'm harping on Mercury because Mercury is a god I've put a lot of time into, and I disagree. I think this change right here, I think this was the biggest waste of time. I think however much coding went into this, it was just a complete waste of money and time. The change to the 2 is so minimal that obviously it's good. It's just not the problem. Like, I don't need 2 more seconds of attacking a little bit faster. It will be nice. This is a nice change. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but it's not what I was looking to change at all. I was hoping something much more drastic in some other form was going to change. We'll see. Mercury probably won't get played, so please don't come in and ask me for the new great build, because there isn't one. Now, Rama, increased damage bonus from 15 all the way up to 55 on his Astral Strike. Increased slow duration from 1 to 2 seconds. That's pretty good. That makes him really, that's a little bit, not really good, but it increases his boxing potential, which is interesting because Rama's actually pretty good as is. And then Thor, we have a new passive meter. So, from this patch, we thought Mercury was going to get a lot better. Not much changed. Rama became a better ADC. He's going to get played more, even though that change isn't drastic. Guan probably will get played as a support and as a healer again a little bit more. The changes to Kobrakin will make him less potent, and he probably won't get played as much either. Watcher's Gift change didn't do anything. Soul Eater's dead. Runeforge probably still isn't going to get picked up. Pots are out of the game until the next patch, so we'll have to see what they do. As for now, like we said, this is the biggest change right here. Both pots being out of the game will change the meta drastically. The other changes are minimal, and we'll see how they affect everything. I'm really disappointed in this change. Like, I completely disagree with this. I don't think this does anything. This is awesome, I guess, but this takes away from me caring about this. So, those are the patch notes, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Meta will change, but not because Mercury will be top. Sorry about it. It's not. I want Mercury back as much as you do. That's why I really wish these changes were relevant. But you still got some cool skins. We have no more purple pots and power pots, which I'm actually happy about. And we'll just see where everything goes. Hopefully, me elaborating on these patch notes helps you guys a little bit, and you guys kind of agree with what I'm thinking on a lot of these items. I will, I guess, see you in the video tomorrow. Hopefully, these patch notes, or this patch goes up on the PTS, and we can play on the PTS and see how things are without the purple and red pots. And I'll be on stream tonight. If you guys want to check it out, and see you all tomorrow.